Hey everyone, welcome. This is Roosevelt Cooper of the Gamer Dad Entrepreneur Community. Super excited because I have with me none other than Zach Young. I definitely want to interview Zach because I feel like he is a perfect embodiment of what we're trying to accomplish here as Gamer Dad entrepreneurs. And in particular, he's doing it at a whole new, unique level that most of us have no experience with at all. Zach, he is a successful business owner, runs a successful business with his partner, providing services and value to other entrepreneurs. He is married to his lovely wife. Natalie's your wife's name, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Married to his lovely wife, Natalie, and they have, hold on to your horses, have 9 children.
That's why my hair looks the way it does, Roosevelt.
I can understand that. So he's also a gamer as well. He loves Madden and strategic board games. So we're gonna to get to learn a little bit more about Zach and some of the things he's doing and some of the suggestions and advice that he can give to all of us as gamer dad entrepreneurs, trying to find that right balance between your job, if you're still working a full-time job, your business, your family, as well as your gaming. So welcome, Zach. Just tell people a little bit about yourself.
Such a massive introduction. Thank you for that. And Roosevelt, I appreciate you. As I shared shortly before the call, I see what you're doing in your Gamer Dad Entrepreneur Group. When you asked me to come on, like, I didn't think twice. I was just like, that's awesome. I love that you're working on helping guys like take care of number one, because I like to think of the analogy of the oxygen on the airplane, right? Or like the lady gets up there and she's like, if the plane's going down, oxygen leaves the cabin. Like, first you put it on you, and then you take care of others around you. So I see, like, that's what you're doing here, right? Like, it's just and I know I used to think like it's selfish to want to take care of me and take care of myself, because I don't know if it's the culture or what, but it's like, it's selfish to want to play games, to want to do this, to want to do that. But really, I found, and I'm sure you have too, Roosevelt, that like when you can carve out time for like the big things that matter to you, and you can take care of yourself, you are the best version of you, and like you can take care of others around you, and you're probably much more enjoyable to be around. I know I am. I know when I'm not all stressed and uptight, my kids like being around me a lot more. So again, thank you for the warm welcome. I have figured out quite a bit. I will state still, I don't think anyone thinks I am perfect, but just in case you did, I'm not. So try not to put me too high on a pedestal. But my wife helps a ton, and I've been sharing with Roosevelt, like, I've been through peaks and valleys. We've had many successful businesses where we made a lot of money, have been debt free, have lived in beautiful mansions, and then we've been in places where like we've been deep in debt, and we kind of come in and out and in and out. So we've been through life. But I told Roosevelt, through the peaks and the valleys, like, I love life. I'm super grateful for life, and I'm happy to be here. Like, so any tips or advice or questions you all have, or Roosevelt you have, I'm more than happy to share my 2 cents of what I've experienced in life. And if it can bring value to you who's watching this, awesome. Like, that's my goal here.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for joining us. So
You're
my
welcome.
first question was probably going to be the obvious question. You have 9 children.
Yes.
That's got to be a busy household.
Oh,
So
dude.
how are you able to maintain a work-life balance while still ensuring that you're present for your family?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it has not always been easy. So I started working from home in 2010. So we're going on about 13 years. And our kids have been all different age ranges, right? So right now, and actually this morning, we just took our oldest son, he's 19, he'll turn 20 in October, back to college to move into like the apartments and the dorms at his college. So we got one on that end of the spectrum. And then when we get home, we took the 1-year-old and 4-year-old to preschool. My wife and I did. And then we have let me see here, 10, 8, and 6-year-old. They're at home. They haven't started back to school yet. And then our 3 oldest girls, they are 14, let me see here, 13, 15, and 17. They haven't started back to school yet. So it's yeah, it's kind of nuts because one of the things that's helped recently is I tend to go to bed a little bit earlier in the evening so I can get up earlier, because our little guys and our girl, they usually go to bed between 7:30 and 8 is when we start bedtime routine. But we have all these teenagers in the house now, and they like to be up till like 11 or midnight or 1. And sometimes my wife will stay up with the girls watching shows and stuff. So I was like, I can't be staying up until 1 and then like getting up at 6 to take care of the little guys and feel well rested. So we really work on ways that we can divide and conquer. And being that I've worked from home for so long, it's like, initially it was kind of funny, right? Like if any of you guys can relate, like if you work from home, it's like people from the outside, like they don't realize work from home really does mean like you work from home. It's not like I'm like just chilling out. Like people used to like get upset when they're like, I got to schedule an appointment to go see Zach. Like he's at home. I'm like, yeah, dude, like I'm working just like you. It just happens to be at home. So, the fact that like my family knows, I'm like in a sunroom right now. It's like sunroom / office. Like they know when the office door is closed, like they can come in and say, hey, like they're always welcome in my office, but they know how to respect my time because they know I do this to the best of my ability. Like when dad's working, like I'm providing for the family. And when I'm not working, I do the best I can not to have this with me nonstop and try to be present to focus on the kids and the family. So something that's fun that we have done, like our little guy, our 4-year-old, he likes Rocket League. He's gotten big into Rocket League on the PS4. So something that we do is like, if he has a good day at preschool and has good behavior when he gets home, like we do a reward and we'll do like 1 or 2 or sometimes like 3 matches of Rocket League. And then sometimes the other little guys will hop in. So really just, trying to, I don't know, the main thing we focus on, that they know like I have to work and it changes in seasons, right? So it's like, if I'm doing a new startup or a new launch, like when I launched our new business in January with freelancing and stuff, like I would get up, get the kids ready, get them to school and stuff, get home between 8 and 9, work until about 5, go pick up kids. I'd get home, do the nighttime routine till about 8, and then I'd work again till like 11 or midnight. So like I was putting in like a lot of hours for like 3 months straight. I was sprinting because I've done startups before and I knew I had goals and I knew I needed to create momentum. Right. So it's like during that time, like the kids know, like dad's got his head down, he's working on providing. But then after I got finished with that sprint, that kind of goes in cycles because I know that's not sustainable long term. Like I might only work like 4 to 6 hours a day. And like, we might schedule days where my wife and I go out and do something fun. Or, in the evening, I'll do a movie or games with the kids and stuff, and instead of coming back into work. So it's really, it's pretty fluid. Like it's never like exactly the same nonstop. It's kind of just changed with the seasons of our kids' life, depending on what type of business I'm doing, where I'm at in the business. We try to balance it out and, fit all those components into our life. But, at times, like I said, it kind of comes and goes with what we have going on in our lives.
That makes a lot of sense. I like the fact how you talked about how you have different peaks and valleys and how you have different sprints and you make different adjustments along the way. Because a lot of times, a lot of dads think, well, balance is, I'm going to spend this amount of time with gaming, this amount of time with business, this amount of time with job, this amount of time with family. And in reality, it doesn't really work that way.
No.
It's going to vary, but it's just the most important thing is that you are spending some time at some point in all those different areas. So that was good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and I've tried doing what you said, right? Like having my little compartments, like this time I'll do this time I'll do this. And honestly, it got really stressful, right? Yeah. It didn't always work out. Like if you couldn't fit it all in time, or like you knew you had other work stuff you had to do, but like you carved out some game time. It was like, dude, I probably should be working on that right now. Like I got some stuff going on, and vice versa, right? It's like, I'm working, but I really don't need to be working. But I have time to work. I'd rather game. So I try to be as fluid and organic as possible. Like I try to have some structure set, but I try to have it penciled in instead of pinned in. That way it's a little more fluid and it's not so rigid and stressful.
I like that. Penciling instead of pending. I like that.
Yeah. Yep.
So tell us about your business. So I know you offer services on freelance marketplaces.
Yeah.
Tell us more about some of the services you offer to business owners.
Yeah. The primary thing is search engine optimization. So for those who don't know what that is, SEO is basically, when you go to Google search and you type in a search term, like you're looking for your new favorite game and you see all those results pop up, the person in 1, 2, and 3, like search engine optimization is getting you to rank higher on Google. So you're closer to that #1 spot. So when businesses have products or services that they're offering in the marketplace and they want more visibility and they want to climb up in those search engine rankings, we can help them out. I have a business partner and we do that together. So that's the primary thing that I do. It's on a marketplace called Upwork is where we started. The reason we started there is because we knew it's kind of with search engine optimization, right? Like we knew there was high buyer intent. So what I mean by that is like the clients that are on Upwork posting job listings, like they know that they have a problem and they know like once they find someone who can provide a solution, like they're ready to go, like they're ready to pay, they're ready to buy. Now I know you have like some Upwork fees and stuff you have to deal with, but I just consider that marketing. Whereas opposed to if I tried starting out, which we tested some of this, we didn't do it in the start because we knew it would take longer. But the other type of marketing is what you call like top of funnel marketing, which like if you're on Facebook, right? And sometimes you'll see a news feed like, do you want more visitors coming to your site, or you a business owner wanting to rank higher on Google? Sometimes you're marketing people that don't realize they have a problem, right? And they're a little bit lower on the sales cycle, like in the sales pyramid. So they're in the bottom 80% that either don't know they have a problem or they know they have a problem, but they aren't really researching. So that buyer cycle can take longer, right? So that's why we're like, well, let's start on Upwork to start the year, start it from scratch, right? And like, let's figure out what we want to do. And initially I didn't know what we wanted to do. And, honestly, like ChatGPT had just hit the scene with all the AI stuff. And I'm sure we had the same thought that like a ton of people had. It was like, dude, let's just do some writing jobs, right? Like all these people, like let's just sell some writing jobs, throw it in ChatGPT and shoot it out. And all of a sudden, like we're seeing all these job listings with posts like all these clients are like, no AI, like we don't want AI, in our content. We're like, all right, well, maybe we won't do that. And then I kind of started out doing resumes. Like I saw like people were wanting job resumes. And I got a job resume deal and I was applying for others. And my business partner and I stepped back and look at it and we're like, dude, we're going to have to do a whole lot of resumes to reach the financial goals we have. It's like, maybe we should look into something else. So we started studying other skill sets because both my business partner and I, we have about 35 years combined with the sales and marketing experience. Like we've done everything from website building, website security, marketing, content creation. I've done some email stuff. So like, we kind of had a problem, like we were trying to narrow in, like, what are we going to do, right? And finally, we landed on like, I wonder if there's search engine optimization, because my business partner had had a lot of success with that in the past. And so we started researching the marketplace and we're like, there's definitely a demand here. And one of the things that I had in my mind about Upwork, I was like, well, because I had used Upwork as a client, but I'd never been a freelancer on there. And my mindset was always like, I want to find someone cheap, right? Like get the job done and do it cheap. So we thought like, is everyone like that? And so it's like, dude, are we just going to be working with everyone who's wanting to nickel and dime us? But come to find out, like there are some like Fortune 100 and Fortune 500 companies that look for freelancers. And like they look for experts. So you kind of have like 3 levels. You have like entry level freelancers that are kind of like earning while they learning while they earn, right? Like people know what they're getting paid for. They get paid lower rates, but they know they're paying for entry level. And then you have intermediate, which is more like a mix of value and expertise, but like they aren't like full experts. So they kind of get paid medium ground. But then you have experts. And when clients are trying to hire experts, like they put on there, like, I'm willing to pay the highest rates for the most experienced people. So we found that like the whole mindset of like, well, everyone that's on there is just going to want cheap people. Like that really wasn't fact. That was just like a myth. Like there are those people on there, but there's also people on there that are willing to pay a lot of money and pay good money if you have a skill set to where you can provide and you can actually fulfill and deliver and do what you say you can do, which is what we do. So we started, I think really it was like February is when we had started just really going after search engine optimization. And this is what I said, like when I was like hammering it because I was like, we had goals every week. Have you ever heard of the book Traction by Gino Wickman?
I have not.
Okay, I highly recommend it. It's a great read. So my business partner is more of what you call an integrator, and I'm more of a visionary. All right. So I have like all these ideas that are all over the place. And like sometimes I'll try to run off and start 3 or 4 or 5 more things while I have one thing that hadn't even started yet. He's the integrator that comes in and he's like, all right, let's take this. Like, okay, those 3 or 4 ideas, let's shelf those for now because they're great ideas, but like, let's just set them there. Like, let's focus on the one thing that can get us the greatest results for the time, energy, and resources that we're putting in. And I'm like, all right, that sounds good. So he helps, he comes in and optimizes. Like I kind of like give it the bones, right? The foundation, the structure. And then he comes in and dresses it up and like helps bring order and make sure like we stay on track and stay focused like on the goals and ideas and the vision we have and stuff. So that every week we have a meeting to where we work on the business instead of in the business. And we're taking the framework from the Traction book with Gino Wickman. So it's really, really good. And he has other books. One's called Rocket Fuel. That's for like visionaries that have all these ideas and stuff. It's good. But every week we meet and we have like, milestones that we're going after. We have rocks and, we're seeing like, did we hit it or not? Are we on or not? So we set realistic goals and then we know what income producing activities we have to do. And then we're just measuring it every week. So again, that's like an 1.5 hour meeting where we just work on the business, not in the business. And that seemed to help a lot. But this was the time where like through February, March, and April, I was just like probably 40, 50 plus hours a week. I was just like gunning it. So I was prospecting, getting appointments set up. I would do some of the meetings, get clients on. A lot of the meetings, I have my business partner come on with me and we would present to the clients. And I think somewhere in that stretch, we had about a 30-day run where we brought on 20 new clients and we did about $34,245 in revenue in a 30-day window. So it's like, I was like, dang. So again, I knew that wasn't sustainable, but something that was really cool is we learned how to build a residual income base around the clients that we're working with. So some of them do like month-to-month SEO services, like if they're happy with the services we're providing. And then some of the other things we do is like if there's tools that the client needs in their business, like just a prime example, very simple, like let's say they need an email autoresponder hooked up to their website, like we get them set up with a GetResponse account. Well, we have an affiliate account. So that's something that like it's a win-win, right? Like it benefits them. They needed it set up. We get it set up for them. And then for however long they're on that, we have residual income coming in, even if like they don't hire us to do anything else directly. So that's kind of like, what we're doing. And so we're just continuing to grow that. We've brought team members on to help us. And, in the past, I'd been in the space of like consulting and training. Like I had a lot of success on Amazon. And I think I had a group of like 800 or 900 people with a different business partner that we were training how to sell on Amazon. So I had a lot of success in that group. I think like my peak year with wholesale, with the group, with Amazon sales, I did like around a couple million in revenue, just shy. And we had pretty good profit margins on that as well. But I know I really enjoyed like consulting and teaching people. And again, I didn't know everything at the time, but like I knew enough to create results and I was able to share with people. And a lot of people went on to make a lot of money, which was awesome because that was the goal in helping them. So I'm really excited. Like I just, we thought like, well, what are some other income streams we can get going that can be a win-win, that can bring a lot of value to people. And, like the ultimate idea is to scale our income while freeing up our time, right? And I love that because that aligns with your vision. Like what I read on your #1 featured post is like my business partner and I are in full alignment with that. Like if we make millions of dollars and have a lot of free time on the way there, awesome. But like we're both in agreement, like we would rather have all of our needs met and then just a little and have our freedom and our lifestyle with our kids, our gaming, our hobbies, our family, our personal development, than just working 60, 70 hours a week nonstop to make millions and have horrible relationships, have bad health, divorce, all that stuff, right? So when we were looking at it, we're like, if we could build a course in a community to where we can train people and show them like how we created the results I just shared, to where they can win. And it's just in a course, like whether we sell that course to like one person or 1 million people, like apart from maybe email support and stuff, it doesn't take a whole lot of extra time from us, right? Because like we've built an asset and we'll get feedback on it, as people like have questions, and we can keep modifying and making it better and better. And if we do our jobs correctly, eventually we'll get to the point where like we got all questions answered, everything's complete. And then, we have people like helping oversee the admin, in the Facebook support community and stuff. So that's a goal, like I said, a win-win, just to be able to help people who have a skill set. And there's like 50 plus skill sets that people can do on Upwork. And whether they're entry, intermediate, or experts, like teaching them how to use the strategies we did. And I kind of kid around. I think you saw like my mullet and my teeth, the hillbilly. All right, so the play on the hillbilly stuff, right? I live in the Midwest in the Ozarks, right? So hillbilly is just like a funny name, right? I always joked around, like I used to have hillbilly internet when I lived like in a big mansion out in the country, because we were like on satellite internet, and it was like just horrible, awful. The just streaming was not great, none of that. So the hillbilly thing kind of stuck. Even at our like Amazon conference we had, like we all had the hillbilly teeth and stuff. We had a live conference in Memphis when I was in that group. So the idea is that, I don't have a college education, right? So it's just like, we like to keep things simple. Like, and we've learned that like the Michael Jordans, the Tiger Woods, all the greatest athletes, people who rise to the peak of performance in whatever niche they're in, like they master the basics. They learn how to make things simple. Like look at even from a business standpoint, like look at Google, right? Like Google looks really simple, but do you know how complex, how complicated it was to make Google so simple? Just to have like, you just go to Google and you type it in. That's it. Yahoo tried doing it. They got all this other junk going on the side. You had all these other people during the .com boom. They were trying to do some of the same stuff, and it was all messy and complicated and complex, and they're not in business anymore. The same with Apple, it's just like, it's simple, it's functional. It's anyone can use it, the iPhones. So that's our goal with the course. We're just making it simple, so simple, even a hillbilly can do it. Like, if you know a skill set, that's the only thing we don't train on. Like, we're not going to teach someone a skill set, but if you have a skill set, we will teach you how we got clients and effective ways to communicate with clients on Upwork to get clients. So that's what we're doing, man.
Sounds good. And what type of skill set would a person benefit from being on a site like Upwork? Because and the thing too is, when you got on there, you didn't even know what you were going to do. So how can someone who might not know what their skill set is be able to take advantage of a site like Upwork that basically has people saying, "Here's my money"?
Well, one of the things is, like, we knew that we did have some strengths and skill sets, and that's something that we do inside of the course. So, we basically just take inventory. Like, have I ever wrote emails that have been compelling to people? Has it gotten them to take action? Have I ever done good at copywriting? And am I a developer? Do I know a little bit of coding? Do I do any video? There's a lot of e-commerce people. Like, have I ever done anything with a Shopify site or an Amazon site or eBay? Like, there's clients all the time making listings. Like, I need someone to manage my eBay store, my Amazon store, like help with my Amazon listings, my eBay listings. So really, it's just taking inventory of anything you've done. Like, we found that's the easiest place to start. And being that we had done so much, that's why, like, we were kind of confused, right? We're just like, well, we know we can do a lot of different things, but we have no clue what to do. So really, I think, as in most things, like, the more specialized your skill set is, the more revenue it's going to make. Like that's just being honest. So if it's something almost anyone can do, there's going to be more competition, but I still think there's room for everyone. But you're probably, you might not make 30 grand in 30 days, right? But you could still get clients, right? And you might make 500 or $1,000 or a couple grand off of what you're doing. But I will give you a link that you could share in your group, Roosevelt. It's a link from Upwork Direct, and it shows their freelancing jobs that have been the most successful in 2023. And then it has a list of like 50 different things. So again, if anyone has experience building websites, graphic design, video, YouTube, just anything that is a skill that maybe a business could use to promote their products or services, or people done eBay or Amazon or content writing, you know, there's a lot to choose from. And so, and if you're in the place like we are, where it's like, well, I know how to do a lot, that's why we just like narrowed in. Well, let's zone in on the most specialty skill set that not everyone can do, because we know we can create results and we know that will bring more revenue. So let's focus on that. And like I said, inside of the course, like as long as people like have a little bit of experience in something, again, they don't have to be an expert, they can just be entry level, then that would probably be like somewhere good to start and focus on. And then we can kind of like help you like dress up your profile. We'll show you how we put our profile together, because in Upwork, it's almost like a social media platform in a sense. Like there's a search engine there, because we actually have people reaching out to us now to like bid jobs. Whereas when we first started, like we had to be applying for jobs and looking for them in the workplace. And I still do that, but now I have a lot of invitations that come in direct messages just from people that have found us on Upwork, being that we've created some success on there. So anyway, I don't know if I was going somewhere else with that, but hopefully that answered your question.
Yeah, definitely. And then I would also add, let's say, and most people are probably not even in this situation, but let's just say, for argument's sake, you have no skills at all. A
Yeah,
lot of these skills you can actually learn if you're willing to take some time to invest in learning these skills. You can actually learn these skills, and depending upon where you work, you might actually have a job benefit where you get access to actually learn these skills. So now you're leveraging your job to help you to be able to develop skills that you need to be able to build your business. And then you can get on a site like Upwork and be able to offer these services to businesses who are already saying, hey, we need help with this, versus trying to convince someone who may or may not be interested in what you have to offer. I actually did something similar back in like 2010, 2011. There was a site called Elance, I think what it was called.
I think didn't Upwork used to be Elance, or did Upwork buy them out or something? I think someone acquired someone, but yeah, Elance was very similar.
Yeah, and I was doing freelance writing, and I was getting a ton of clients on those sites. It's basically writing newsletters for them, writing articles, all different types of writing. So it could be a very lucrative opportunity.
Yeah, well, there is one more thing that we will be teaching. It's a bit more advanced, but so my business partner was the expert in SEO. Now I've done some SEO, like he ran a campaign for a 4-year run to where he did a lot of SEO optimized sites. He did over 10 million organic visitors to those websites, and it generated $4 million in revenue from e-commerce off of affiliate products.
Oh, wow.
So he had a lot of experience, and he's taught me probably like 90 to 95% what I know about SEO. So now I help him with fulfillment when he needs help, but he actually oversees fulfillment in our partnership. So it's like when he needs help on this stuff, I'll do it. If I need him to help me like talk to clients on the front end, he will do it. So that's another option. Like if a guy, you know, has the ability to communicate, or if they're willing to prospect, and if they're knowledgeable enough about something, but they partner up with someone that like is an expert in it, or they have a strong skill set, then you can kind of partner up to where you can handle front-end communication, prospecting, getting clients on, and then you have your you know, your partner just handles fulfillment, and they oversee it and they do it, and you know, you all can work out, you know, whatever payment arrangement you want with one another. So that's also something like that's like we're also working on building a team, right? And we communicate this with all of our clients. Like they know it's just not me. Like I'm not solo freelancer doing it. I'm not doing all the fulfillment. Like it's all transparent with them. But we've been able to partner up with like there was a website guy. Now my business partner knows how to build websites, but again, we're working on freeing up our time. So we just networked with a guy who builds websites. And so anytime we have a client come on that needs a website, like we give the deal to him and it's a win-win. He makes money. He's happy with the arrangement. We save our time. We make some profit on it too for orchestrating everything. And so, there's definitely, there's a lot of different options and ways that you can do it that not only can make you money, but can also free up your time, depending on how you set it up and structured it.
So basically what you're telling me is I don't have to know SEO. I could just partner with someone who knows SEO. I could do the Upwork piece and then we could build a business together. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. But and all you would need to know, you would just need to have enough knowledge and information about whatever skill set you're offering to where you sound somewhat intelligent, and have some level of confidence when you're communicating with the clients and prospects. But so that's that's really what we did on the SEO stuff. So yeah.
So gamer dads, if you're watching this, that's a huge opportunity. You don't even have to actually have the skill yourself. You just need to know enough about it that you can explain the benefit of it to the client, partner up with somebody else who actually has the skill. Because you have so many different entrepreneurs who they like doing the hands-on skill that they're executing. They like the SEO, they like the copywriting, they like the website design. They're not necessarily the best at marketing and sales and getting clients. So you literally, if you're willing to take on that piece for them, you literally could create a win-win arrangement for the both of you where you're going out and getting the clients on a site like Upwork. They're doing the actual work. And now you're in a situation where you're able to build a successful partnership together.
Yep. And I know other people that have done it. Like I have a friend that actually, he saw me, starting this course. He used to be in my Amazon group too. And he's like, yeah, I want in. And he had told me, he's like, I was on Upwork like over this past year. He's like, I haven't been on there for a bit, but he's like, I was able to land a client doing content creation. And I think he said he made like over 20 grand this past year. And I think he had a team overseeing some of the content creation for him. And I've seen some of the freelancers on Upwork too. Like I know there's this one dude that's made like over a couple million revenue. And I could look by reading through the feedback and reviews on his profile that like he's outsourcing it. So like he's found some people in India or somewhere. It's basically like freelance arbitrage, right? Or he's like he's the front man, like putting it all together. And then like once he gets the deal, he like just hands it off to his team in India that like he's overseeing, which as long as the client knows, right, and they're getting what they want, they're getting the results, then yeah, that's fine. I think a lot of things is just being transparent. And we always treat people how we want to be treated. That's why, like I said, they know that like, it's me and my partner, or we have a team that's working on this stuff. Because some clients on Upwork, like they're really clear in their listing that like they only want a freelancer, like right. they want an agency or a team, which is fine. So Biggie's just following Upwork's guidelines, communicating clearly with people. And like I said, we don't know it all, but we've known enough to create some awesome results. We rose to, I think it took us 3 months to generate a 6-figure income on Upwork. And they have like different badges for different levels of what you can reach on Upwork. They have like some like a rising star, and then a top rated, then top rated plus, then expert vetted. We reached top rated plus within a few months. And I think with our income level earning, like we reached the top 1% of all freelancers on Upwork. And I think there's like over 17 million freelancers on Upwork worldwide. And again, but it's not complex. Like our goal is to keep everything simple. With our strategies are simple, how we communicate with people simple. And so that's probably like our biggest value proposition. Like we're not really big advanced. We don't know all these ninja secret skills. It's just like, we're really good at keeping it simple, and we found something effective and efficient, and that's what we do.
And I'll give another tip to some of the dads out there. this is something that you could potentially partner with your kids and have a family business. Like I'm just thinking right now, as Zach is talking, my daughter is good at graphic design. So
Yeah.
in theory, I can partner with her. She's not 18, so she might not be able to get the necessary accounts or whatever, but I could partner with her. She could do all the work. And now we're building a family business together.
Yep. Yep. Very true. So that there's lot of opportunity there for sure.
So if a dad is watching this and he wants to reach out to you and wants to learn more about your course so that he can start doing this right now, whether he's a freelancer, or whether he wants to go with the sales lead generation route, or whether he wants to partner with his kids, how would he be able to learn more about your course?
Yeah, if you go to freelancermaverick.com. So, and I can give you a link to drop in here. Now, we're currently, I don't know when you're watching this, but we're, as of the time of this recording, we're doing a pre-launch for the next week. So on August 23rd, we're going to launch, meaning all the course will be fully ready to go with all the content. Right now, we have an outline in there. We did a pre-launch to make sure that there was enough interest in the course and enough people like signed up before we spent a lot of time, energy, and resources building out all the content. So, but it's looking good. Like people are signing up. There is a lot of interest. We've done some cold marketing. We've seen, some results coming from that. So, right now through August 23rd, it's only $97 for lifetime access to join the course. We're doing a lot of pre-launch specials. In the future, that's about 74% off. In the future, it's probably going to be a $500 or more course. Or it might even be like a monthly type thing. So like that price will not be that low again. So, and we offer a money day or a money back guarantee. So I think right now it's a 7-day for any questions, like for any reason you could get your money back. I think we're going to transition to like a 30-day money back guarantee, which is basically like if you apply the strategies we teach and you don't get any clients within 30 days, we'll give you your money back. Because again, we want it to be a win-win. Like we're just not there to like do snake oil and take people's money. Like we really do want to help people succeed. And if they tried it and they didn't get the results, like we'll either continue to work with them if they want to stay around, or if they're like, yeah, this don't work, then we'll just give them their money back. And so it's really like no risk and very high reward. So
yeah, that price is really cheap, guys. I can tell you I'm talking about even the full price, because I can tell you this, when I was I haven't done it years, but just when I was on Elance, one client alone might pay for the entire course of the course at the full $500 price. So $97, that's a steal if you're watching this during the promotion period. But even if you're not, $500, I could tell you, I mean, I've had some clients when I was doing this, I was generating $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 from just that one client.
Yeah.
Because
really what we're teaching is our strategies and our skill set from 35 years with the combined experience, but keeping it simple, effective, and efficient. And it's like you said, if a person can learn a skill set and they can learn how to get a client and they can learn how to sell services even one time, then they can do it again and again and again. So we really wanted to make it a no-brainer. And really, we did the launch around like pretty much like my warm market on Facebook and social media. So that's why it's truly like the best buddy special discount for anyone who wants to hop on. And like, we're not even really, we haven't even really pushed it that hard. It's just like, here it is. If you want to do what we're doing, we'll show you how we're doing it. And you can come play. And I fully agree with you. Like, even when it goes up to the full price, like it's still really reasonable. Because just learn how to get one client. You can do it over and over and over. And, it could be a skill set you keep with you for life. So right now, I just know, like, if I want to make more money for my family, I can just hop on Upwork. I can prospect more, do more interviews, get more clients. I can make more money. Now, again, my goal is not to like work 60, 80 hours a week, make millions of dollars and have everything else fall apart. So like, I'm good as, with the setup and structure we currently have.
Awesome. All right. So give us that site one more time, Zach, for those who's missed.
Yeah. Freelancermaverick.com.
freelancermaverick.com. If you're watching this before the special prices is expired, take advantage of that. $97. That's just a no-brainer. But even at the full $500 price, again, as I told you, I had clients when I was doing this pay me $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. So just literally one client could pay for the entire course of this course.
Yeah, absolutely. And full disclaimer, just so everyone knows. So when Roosevelt asked me, like, he's like, I have an idea. You know, I saw your course. He's like, if you want to come promote it, he's like, I don't need any affiliate commission, no kickbacks, anything like that. I just think it would bring value. And I was like, yeah, man. And I told him, like, I have no attachment to the outcome. So like, if you don't think this is for you, like, we're just not here to pitch you something. Like, truly, the goal is to bring value to you. So if you don't think it's for you, cool. Like, not a problem. You're getting a ton of value in this group. Hopefully you got value from this interview. If you think it's for you, like, I'll do all I can to help support you and, you know, earning revenue and living that entrepreneur dad, gamer lifestyle.
Absolutely. And before you go, Zach, tell us about some of the games you like to play.
Oh, Madden.
Rocket League with your son. What's some other games?
Yeah, Madden is number one, man.
Yes.
Like, I know, you know, it gets a lot of flack, right, in the community, because, you know, it's just like, you know, basically, like, all they're doing is updating rosters every year. Like, they might add one or two, like, new little animations or something, but it's like, but it's still like, I love it. And it frustrates my son because he actually, he got accepted to play college ball. He had an offer and stuff, but he was a quarterback, but he ended up going a different route, which, you know, we fully support him. We're happy with what he's doing. He's happy with what he's doing. But point is like, he played like real life football as a quarterback, right? And so he's like reading all the defenses and stuff, and he's just like, that should be open, like that guy's there, and he's throwing picks, right? Because Madden's not real football. And I'm like, dude, you got to run slants. You got to do slants. You got to do crossers. Like, you can't do fly route. He's like, that fly route picked up every time. He's like, Tyreek Hill was wide open. There's no way that guy should have been able to catch up with him. I was like, you can't. He's like, I forgot this isn't real. Yeah. But Madden, I just I've loved it, man. And even I've always like really probably the sports genre, like even back when I had Nintendo, like the Tecmo Super Bowl, right? That with like Bo Jackson running all over it. I've always enjoyed the sporting games. NBA 2K is a lot of fun. I've enjoyed some of the basketball games, but those are definitely my favorite, man. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Zach. I know you got to go. I got another meeting too, but thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking this time for the Gamer Dad Entrepreneur community. And for those of you interested, definitely make sure you get that course on freelancemaverick.com. Again, I don't make anything off of this. I'm just doing this because I know I freelanced in the past, and this would have been something that would have been very valuable to me back in the days when I was freelancing. So I figured I share with you guys. You can get some value out of it. And if the course isn't for you, hey, listen, you learn how they learned a lot of really good concepts that Zach shared about how to structure a business with partnership, how to balance a life when you got 9 children. But yeah, so thank you so much, Zach. We appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule.
Yeah, man, happy to do it. And as stated, the whole intention was to be of value to you watching this. So if you have any questions about 9 kids, businesses, lifestyle, games I like, anything like that, whatever post we make in this group where, you know, you're actually watching this interview, feel free to comment. I'm happy to respond. I'll watch it. I'll get in there. I'll comment with you. If anyone wants to add me as a friend, hit me up. Happy to message and support you however I can. So yeah, just want to be of value to you, and I appreciate this opportunity, Roosevelt. You have an awesome community, and I'm happy to be a part of it, man.
All right, thanks, Zach.
Thank you.
Enjoy the interview, and you guys take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.